Good evening, everyone.
Wait a minute.
I know.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready?
Ready.
Yep. And go.
Good evening, everyone, from the Southern Sipper and his mom.
Yep. So, if you don't know why we're reviewing over here, I'll put a link to that video. We're having some plumbing issues at home, but there's a detailed explanation, and I'll link that. So, to get right to the point, because it's far less comfortable out tonight than it was last night.
Yes.
We had that little, for lack of a better word, cool snap. It was only, 94 yesterday?
Instead of 101 today.
So we're going to knock out one from Montgomery, Common Bond Breweries, because I can't talk her into doing the peanut butter chocolate porter with me. So this is a Citra Sesh. It's a session IPA. Obviously, it has Citra hops in it. It comes in at 4.9% ABV and 56.5 IBUs. If that interests anybody. I ain't gonna get it. You get the Canada Goose, and I get the canvas back. Well, you can smell it right before I even
get it out of the can.
Yeah, you can smell the Citra in it right away. I mean, it's right up front. It's also
Cloudy.
Yeah, it's a hazy IPA. So there's hope that I might like it. Anybody that knows the channel knows me and IPAs. It's a tenuous relationship at best. Have you been in there yet?
Yes.
So what are your first thoughts?
I sort of like it.
Really? Oh, well, let's see what
Up front, it's slightly bitter, and that's because the Citra, I'm told, has the properties of grapefruit, and we all know that grapefruit aftertaste can be bitter, and I suspect that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, it is bitter. This is it's not my favorite. It is loaded with rosiny and piney
Yes.
and all that on the back end. It's a little bit tropical and fruity up front. Little to no malt presence whatsoever. I mean, this is the thing. When I poo-poo on IPAs, I mean, this is exactly the kind. And it's almost always, if it's a session IPA or one of the worst things I ever had, it's called an all-day IPA, and I don't even remember who brews it, and it's just terrible. This one is not as bad as that one.
If you didn't know better, you would sort of might think that someone swished a sprig of rosemary as it went in, because that's how it goes down the palate.
I can see that. Now, I reviewed the Zelda Blonde from these guys, and I'll link that one up here as well. That was a nice beer. I enjoyed that one. This is not going to be one I'm going to buy again.
If he does, he'll leave it at my house, and I'm too Scotch or whatever to not drink what's here, so.
We are a good Scotch-Irish family, aren't we? Yeah, I wish I could say more good about it. Up front, it's pleasant. It is tropical. It's a little bit crackery up front, but man, the finish is all pine. It's all rosin. It's pure, hairspray. It's all that.
I wouldn't go that far, but it's certainly not that wonderful flavor that we find with certain beers with Yingling.
I wish I had some more, or maybe a should say, I wish I hadn't already done the one from Abita. It was an IPA. It's called Alpha Gator. Oh yeah, that thing's delicious. I wish I had something more similar to that, but I.
Abita is one of my favorite breweries.
Well, I know you love just their standard amber.
Yes. It's in my fridge right now.
Yeah, it's amber lager. There's a review on this channel on that one too. Guess what? I'll dig it. I'll dig it up and put another link up here. And if memory serves, I did that review on this patio.
With your child.
No, I forget which ones we did. It wasn't that one. I think I did that one solo, but I'll certainly check and see. But that was when I did it when we were living here, right after we moved back from South Carolina. Yeah, now I'll say this: if you like a nice bittering hop finish, and you're looking for a good IPA that's really sessionable, this would be right down your alley. I mean, it's 4.9%. It is plenty bitter on the back end, and I wish it had more of what I like on the or maybe if I should say that what I enjoy about it on the front side lasted a little bit longer. But man, the bittering hops just take over so fast. You have any more thoughts on it?
No. Maybe next time I'm going through Montgomery, I'll stop and give them some advice on what to do to it. Just teasing.
You do that.
They would appreciate it, I'm sure.
I'm sure they would. Next time of course, I never stop in Montgomery. I go through Montgomery. It's not my favorite place.
I worked out of there a long time and before I retired, and even then, it was not my favorite place.
Well, I guess we could wrap this one up then.
Yes, by saying that this beer is made for somebody, but it's probably not the Southern Sipper and his mom.
I think that sums it up. So please like and subscribe, and as always, enjoy your adult malted beverages responsibly.